So it probably will be something you don't expect when you see something like this come out, and then the reveal. Ooh. I'm Millie Dollar, and this is what I wear. In this outfit, as you may have guessed, I would be doing a burlesque routine, dancing, moving around on stage, and taking certain elements of it off. Probably about 15 years I've been using this outfit on stage. A very, very long time. It's always made me feel like really glamorous. It really brings the showgirl vibe that I was so in love with ever since I saw showgirls as a child. I feel like burlesque is the closest thing to being in a 1940s technical and musical for me. So, because I've had it for so long, I've made various different versions of it, and I love that every time I've reworked it, I've just fallen more and more in love with the routine and with the outfit as a whole. And it's still going strong, so all of the pieces, oh no. But as you can see, it's gone through some wear and tear. But all of the pieces that I am using and wearing have actually been made by friends of mine that I've met in the industry and in the scene. With burlesque dancing, I really enjoy the feeling of being on stage. Like when you haven't performed for a while, you really miss that adrenaline and that rush. But I also miss the people. When COVID happened and we were doing online shows, which were a thing. If you were sat on Zoom in boring meetings, there were also people watching entire burlesque shows on Zoom, but you really miss that one-to-one interaction with people afterwards. One thing that I like wearing, which is a really weird little nod to my nana, is I have a pair of Louboutins on. I know, it sounds fancy, but it's for that red sole, because weird little story for you, back in the 60s, my nan bought a pair of boots that had the original price tag on the bottom that said £25, and that was a lot of money back in the day. But she bought them on sale for £5, and I got these for a discount too. But she kept the original price tag on so that when she knelt to pray in church, everyone thought they had more money than they did. So this is my little nod to my grandma and showing off. That's probably the weirdest story you've had. This is the kind of outfit that I would wear after a show, so maybe once the costume's off, this would be the kind of outfit that I would go into the audience to meet people, speak to people, get selfies. This outfit makes me feel quite glamorous. I have a bit of an affection towards vintage dressing, so I like to use vintage dresses like this one for after shows. I've been performing 19 years now, and I'd say from when I first started, I started off very pin-up cheesecake kind of vibe, and then developed my act from traveling a lot. Quite early on in my career, I went to LA and discovered bump and grind and brought that back. So bump and grind style, it was inspired by Little Egypt in the Chicago's World Fair back in the day, who was a belly dancer. It was one of the most successful parts of the Chicago's World Fair at that time, and a lot of burlesque dancers started to emulate the styles within belly dance that focused on using the hips and certain movements that could maybe be seen as for something else. But I combine that with a lot of glamour and a lot of humour. A lot of people ask me after shows how I got into burlesque, and I think it was kind of glamour that I was always drawn to. But I remember being 14 years old in my bedroom practicing burlesque routines without even knowing what burlesque really was. I had a pair of vintage stiletto heels that my mum had bought me when I was 14. She's into vintage too, so I didn't question it. But they had steel tips on the heels, and I remember practicing a floor work based routine on my own in my bedroom, kicked a leg up and the heel span off and hit me right in the forehead. I've still got a little scar from that metal tip, so I was just dedicated to the craft. This outfit, because of the work I put into it, is kind of made me feel quite accomplished to finally be coming to the end. It feels like it's been a bit of a journey with this outfit. So quite accomplished that I've gone through so much and still creating a masterpiece to take on stage. Feels a bit vain to be like masterpiece, but this is my work, okay? It all started with this boa from a company in Spain who hand makes them all, and then using some friends, I paid them, obviously I didn't use them that way, but I had this corset, skirt made, very much a journey that we've all been on. I've dragged them kicking and screaming along with me. My favourite thing about this act is probably the reveal. Ooh. I think a lot of people have described my style to me, and probably something I've picked up on, as a glamorous clown. Although the look is very much polished showgirl, old-fashioned burlesque vibes, I do try to bring a lot of humour into my routine. So mainly with facial expressions, with the way that I use the costume pieces, so it probably will be something you don't expect when you see something like this come out, and then other things happen. Comedy-based things. I tend to take quite a lot of fashion risks. I mean, considering I was a child in the 90s, that whole era was a bit of a fashion risk. But even in adulthood, like, I think my style kind of changes and varies all the time, and maybe I will look back and go, if you're trying to find your personal style, don't be afraid to take any kind of risk. A lot of times in life we will push ourselves down and not try new things because we're scared of what other people might think or say. But as long as you're comfortable and you enjoy what you're wearing, then go for it. So I've been getting tattoos from the age of 18. And I have quite a lot of them now. A lot of them do have meanings, a lot of them don't. I've got quite a few music-based tattoos, I've got memorial tattoos. I have what I call my message leg, which is a leg that's got tattoos that just remind me of things. For me, like, I quite enjoy having the tattoos within my whole persona, because it might not be what you expect. A lot of people think of burlesque as like very Duteresque, very clean canvas, but not canvas, as a person. I have met people that have tattoos of me, which is very flattering and very exciting, but yeah, that is not something that I thought I'd ever see happen. Amazing, thank you for doing that. I'm not returning the favour.